4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, how you guys doing today? Welcome to Ajaxx Production. I am your host, Ajaxx, and we are back with another amazing episode. And in this episode, we have an amazing episode for you today. As you guys know, AI has been bubbling real big, and right, and my guy at Coffeezilla at Voidzilla is gonna talk about this experience and let us know what we need to pay attention to in this space, right? And if you're interested in updates on AI and business and how it's going on and stuff, we're gonna be covering everything on this channel. So make sure you subscribe down below. I'll be your host, Ajaxx, and I will see you on the next screen. Let me move this along. So,
come across the Investment Banker online course by Financial Edge. Don't listen to the skeptics. Keep an open.
All right, let's get it.
Hello, welcome back to The Void. It's business talk time. No, I'm not on fire. Those are just my GPUs. I want to talk about the state of AI. Obviously, everyone's been asking, is it...
Yes, let's talk about the state of AI, so we can know if we're actually going in the right direction or not.
It's a bubble. Now, as someone who is terminally online, I have looked high and low for every conceivable opinion, and there are a lot of them, and I created a little slideshow. The state of the bubble. First opinion, Jim Cramer, the GOAT, saying, don't listen to the skeptics, keep an open AI mind, and he's a believer.
Even though there are countless AI skeptics, the market clearly believes that OpenAI can afford to spend tens of billions of dollars on AMD's highest-end chips in addition to NVIDIA's chips. I know that I am a believer.
Now, on the other hand, you have people questioning all the amount of investment in these AI companies. Someone actually asked Mark Zuckerberg, all this money you're investing, is it worth it? Mark says, maybe we're going to misspend, but it's worth the risk.
It's a lot of money. It is, and if we end up misspending a couple of $100 billion, I think that is going to be very unfortunate, obviously. But what I'd say is I actually think the risk is higher on the other side. If you build too slowly, and then super intelligence is possible in 3 years, but you built it out assuming it would be there in 5 years, then you're just out of position on what I think is going to be the most important technology that enables the most new products and innovation and value creation.
Guys, now we say that look at how Mark Zuckerberg is looking all suave and stuff and tough, man, and his hair is sticking up like a trendy individual that knows what's going on in society today. You know what I mean? Now let's get back to AI. There's a lot of talk about a lot of money being overspent, but he's saying that it's worth the spend. It's worth the spend if it does work out. It's be worth it.
In history.
Obviously, it's from a CEO's perspective in big tech. You have to get on board the ship just in case it takes off and becomes the biggest product ever. But then you also have people, outsiders maybe like Hank Green, who are looking at a series of bubbles and saying maybe this is a bubble.
It took a little bit of time for me to parse, so once I did, it kind of terrified me. I'm going to show it to you as well. What a good little visualization we have on our hands here. How NVIDIA and OpenAI fuel the AI money machine. It just seems messy. It seems like bubble mechanics to me, you guys.
So yeah, Hank Green says maybe looks like bubble mechanics. I'm going to remind you guys that we're doing short clips here, so I'll leave the links to the full things below if you want to watch the full videos, get their whole perspective on the thing. This is obviously a very truncated version of that. I'm just trying to give you a sense of the wide variety of takes on this whole thing. We have Paul Tudor Jones saying that if there's a bubble, it's a very small bubble.
54% of fund managers think that we're in an AI bubble. If it's a bubble, it's a small one. If you think about the bubbles of the past 3 or 4 decades, the Nikkei in 89, NASDAQ in 99, biotech 2000, just after 2011, 12, China 2007, all those were 400 to 600% gains. The NASDAQ's up 200% off the bottom. So I don't know whether we're going to blow off like we did in 1999. Is it possible? Are all the ingredients in place? I think clearly they are. For me, the one thing that you can never, ever forget is that a year from today, assuming that the president gets his wishes, that the Fed funds rate's going to probably be 2.5% overnight rates or 2.75. That's a really compelling story for higher equity prices.
So there you go. All the ingredients might be in place, but it could go higher from here, is Paul's point, because of some macroeconomics. Then you also have the perspective that actually it's a huge bubble, not a small one. According to one analyst, the AI bubble is 17 times the size of the dot-com frenzy and 4 times the subprime. And then you even have takes that like, yes, it's a bubble, but it's not going to pop yet. I've seen that a lot.
Are we in an AI bubble? Of course, right? You know, we were in that bubble. You know, of course we are. I mean, you know, we're hyped, we're accelerating, we're putting enormous leverage into the system. You know, that said, I don't see it ending for several years.
On top of that, of course, we have the opinion, I didn't represent it too much here, but that it's a bubble and that it's bad. This is probably most spearheaded by Ed Zitron.
The big question is whether or not all of this AI spending is a bubble.
Yes. You have committed to failure. There is no doing this. If they gave every dollar just to Sam Altman, the guy who can't even tell you why you're giving the money to him. No one else has a big business doing this. Even Claude Code with Anthropic, which is theoretically meant to be super popular, $33 million a month. That's less than the Cincinnati Reds make.
Ed's argument basically boils down to they're spending way too much money on AI. It doesn't justify itself in revenues, and perhaps the industry is just a much smaller industry than people are betting on. It's not going to be some chip.
I mean, especially when, you know, I guess, you know, they are using the money to make content, I mean, to make apps that make AI slop. So it's kind of like, where's the money really going to for real? Like someone mentioned that like they thought the money was supposed to go into, you know, medical or, you know, making, you know, I know that they're most likely working on that end as well. But what's going popular is the AI content. You know what I mean? But let's keep watching, man.
$1 billion industry. And then finally, you have of course, the perspective that yes, it's a bubble, but it's good. It's a good thing that it's a bubble. Actually,
if you go back, like the 90s had a biotech bubble, and there were a bunch of pharma startup companies that were designing drugs and using new techniques, and the world got very excited. The investment world got very excited. As a group, they all lost money, but we did get a couple of life-saving drugs. A bubble like a banking bubble, a crisis in the banking system, that's just bad. That's like 2008. And so those bubbles society wants to avoid. The ones that are industrial are not nearly as bad. It could even be good, because when the dust settles and you see who are the winners, society benefits from those inventions. They still get those life-saving drugs. And that's what's going to happen here too. This is real. The benefits to society from AI are going to be gigantic.
Well, there it is. There's all the possible perspectives I could find on AI. It's not a bubble. It is a bubble. It's a small bubble.
It's a big bubble. It's a bad bubble. It's a good bubble.
And I just want to remind you that nobody really knows
what's going to happen.
Holds, lest you want to go ahead and short the market. Just know that timing the market is never really that easy and usually fails. So I'm certainly not advocating anyone run out and change their financial position. I just wanted to summarize what has been confusing me lately, which is that I've been looking at this industry wondering, is it a bubble? And if so, how big? And when is it going to pop, if ever? And so far, I've heard from a lot of people, some smart, some not, and almost no one agrees. Well, at least on the specifics. I should say, as I was reviewing this, I was like, well, actually, most people think it is a bubble of some kind. It's just like, is it a
good bubble? Is your perspective?
That's where everyone disagrees. I will say it was hard to find people who said there's no overspending going on. I think I even found a Sam Altman quote saying that, you know, in a private dinner, he acknowledged that maybe some people are going to overspend. So I think most people who are paying attention, I guess I should say, will admit it's frothy. But exactly how bad things are, how unsustainable things are, is where everyone just kind of wildly disagrees. And yeah, that's the state of the bubble.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Well, thank you, Coffeezilla, for explaining that thing, explaining that we are in a bubble, and it's all depending on the perspective of who you're asking, if it's a good, bad, or good, bad, big, small, bubble or no bubble. It's a bubble for sure. They spend a lot of money trying to make this happen, right? Now, who's overall, it's usually ends up good for everyone in the economy, right? Because eventually, yes, it pops, but we figure it out and we get over it, right? But this is basically telling us, just letting us be aware that there's something coming, something big, and you should prepare for it. And like I said, I'm your host, Ajaxx. I just came to bring y'all some quick information about AI and stuff. I don't have, that was real detailed stuff, and I'm still putting the information together in my head to understand it. So yeah, as I'm understanding, I hope you guys would be open to understand as well, so we can all learn together. And I'm your host, Ajaxx, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.